The Lottery by Shirley Jackson. A summary. On a warm summer day, villagers gather in a town square to participate in a lottery. The village is small, with about 300 residents, and they are in an excited but anxious mood. We learn that this is an annual event and that some surrounding towns are thinking about abandoning the lottery. Mrs. Tess Hutchinson makes an undramatic entrance and chats briefly with Mrs. Delacruz, her friend. The night before, Mr. Summers, a town leader who officiates the lottery, had made paper slips listing all of the families with the help of Mr. Graves. The slips were stored overnight in a black box at the coal company. In past years, the ballot box has been stored at a number of other locations around the town. The villagers start to gather at 10 a.m. so that they can finish in time for lunch. Children busy themselves collecting stones. This is one of those odd details that will later emerge loaded with meaning. This activity continues until the proceedings get underway and they are called together by their parents. Mr. Summers works down the list of families, summoning the head man of each household. A male, 16 years or older, comes forward and draws a slip of paper. When every family has a slip of paper, Mr. Summers has everyone look at the slip, and we discover that Bill Hutchinson has drawn the one slip with a black spot. It's his family that has been chosen. Mrs. Hutchinson begins to protest. With tension mounting, it becomes clear that winning this lottery isn't going to be what we expected, and that the winner isn't going to walk away with a pile of cash. Once a family is chosen, the second round begins. In this round, each family member, no matter how old or young, must draw a slip of paper. It is Tess Hutchinson who draws the slip with the black circle. While Mrs. Hutchinson protests the unfairness of the situation, each of the villagers picks up a stone. And someone gave little Davy Hutchinson a few pebbles. They all close in on her. The story ends with Mrs. Hutchinson being stoned to death while protesting, "It isn't fair, it isn't right." The story concludes with 6 of the most famous closing words in short story history. And then they were upon her.